am Levon. I'm coming to you from my home, just like everybody else is this week. We're all quarantined, so we can leave our houses, but for the most part, it's best to stay put where you are. So I usually talk about, crafts and my business and painting, but I told you when I started my channel that I'd talk to you about some other subjects, one of them being health. And the reason why it's become important to me is because I'm 60 years old and I want to enter this phase of my life in a consistent way. In other words, I can't have my weight yo-yo. So I think I've been on this Weight Watcher journey now for over a year. My friend Brandy from Honeybee Reflexology also has the Biggest Loser competition. So I've been doing both of those things for a year at least, and I've lost 65 pounds and I have 20 more that I'd like to lose. So I thought while we're all quarantined that I would work together with some other folks, and I want to introduce you to my friend Superman Berrow. He has Before Club. It's therapy, and he can show you some exercises that you can do at home. And I'm going to share with you some of my Weight Watcher recipes.
Levon, for that introduction. If you guys haven't already, stop by the Mitch's Decor whenever she's back up and running. Welcome. This is Superman Berrow with B4 Club Therapy. I am a certified athletic trainer as well as a functional mobility specialist and a level 2 fat stress therapist. What I'm going to do is give you some advice during this quarantine for people with neck pain.
So today I'm going to be making spaghetti squash in the microwave. The first thing you have to do is put some vents in it, and you use a large butcher knife for this. Make sure it's sharp and be very careful, because as you can see, the outside of it is kind of difficult to cut through. So you just want to make sure that you're careful with this step so it doesn't slip away from you and all that stuff. But you can do this in the oven too, but once I learned I could do it in the microwave, that was a game changer. So that's what it looks like when you have the vents put in it. And you want to pop that in the microwave, and you do want to go pretty deep into the squash so that you get good vents. And I cook it 3 minutes at a time, and just keep opening it and just check it just to feel the skin, because you want it to be soft to the touch whenever it's ready to pull out. So just keep 2-3 minute intervals, and once you start doing it you'll get used to it. But once you get it that it's soft, you can pull it out and it's soft enough for you to cut it in half. If you were to cook it in the oven, you'd have to do this step first, and it's very difficult, as you could see how I was having trouble just cutting the vents. So now it's easy to cut right through, and that's what it looks like inside. It looks like a pumpkin. So you want to take a spoon and you want to scoop that part of it out. Now be careful not to pull the sides down, because that is your meat or your spaghetti part of your pumpkin or your squash. That's my dog in the background. We're all quarantined, so we're all in the house, so you may hear a little from the dog. So the next step, I kind of visually I look at it, you can see that some parts look a little more translucent. I also like to touch it with the fork, because some parts it's a little harder to put the fork in and some parts it's real easy. So you want that to be a little more consistent. So you're going to continue to cook it a little bit more even after you've cut it in half. I get out one of my bowl cozies. This is a plate cozy, and yes, you can buy those at Live Vintage Decor, and they're from Dee's Quilting Creations. And my Prairie Woman dish, or my Pioneer Woman dish, I just love those. And just putting it on a plate and then getting a plate cover to put back in the microwave, and I'm just going to put it in for 2 minutes, and then pop it out, and now it's ready. So all you do is take the fork and just pull away from the sides, and there's your spaghetti. Just continue to do that the whole way around, and you just serve it like this, because then you can continue to pull the meat away from the sides. Now, this is the way I'm preparing it today. I'm using diced tomatoes, and they don't have any sugar added or any flavorings or anything. It's just plain diced tomatoes, because remember, I'm doing this on Weight Watchers, so I'm going for 0 or low points. And I'm taking the rest of the squash and I'm putting that away for tomorrow's recipe, which is my skinny Alfredo sauce. So what I do is put the tomatoes on there, and then you can top it with cheese. You can either use fat-free mozzarella for 0 points, and that's a 1/4 cup, or you can put 2 tablespoons of Parmesan on, and that counts as 1 point. Now, I know, why would I go for 1 point? But I kind of like the way this tastes better, and the mozzarella cheese just kind of melts too fast, and once the top's gone, it's gone. And then I put a lot of salt and pepper on there. You know, when you don't buy the salted tomatoes and everything's natural, you can get away with a little bit of salt. And here's what it looks like when you pull up a forkful, just like spaghetti, right? I love it.
So I hope you liked today's recipe. So head on over to Superman's channel, Before Club Therapy, right now.
Thank you so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow, and please subscribe to the channel. Share this video if you like, and comment on what you're doing during the quarantine. Visit us on lavintagedecor.company, on Instagram at lavintagedecor, and on Facebook, Lavintage Decor Altoona. Stay safe.